Navigating the Heart. Who is Dragging You? By Ock Soo Park. Chapter 3. Self-Control. Your ability to control yourself is the safety device to freely utilize your youth. What kinds of people fall into drugs? The situation in every country is different, but I once heard that drugs are easily accessible in America. In Korea, drugs are hard to come by, so most students have nothing to do with drugs. However, in environments where drugs are easily placed in their hands, students become largely divided into two groups. There are students who are opposed to taking drugs, and students who take drugs and become addicted. Do you know what kinds of students are the ones who become drug addicts? They're the ones who overly believe in themselves. One friend says, "This is nothing. Just because you do this once, it's not going to be that bad. It's okay," and slowly pressures his friend. At that moment, a student who does not believe in himself will see the drugs and say, "If I touch that, I'm going to ruin my life like the guy across the street." That guy lives his whole life in darkness because of drugs. I heard that once you fall into drugs, you can never escape them. Then the student will become afraid and avoid it. However, the student who trusts himself will say, "Okay, just doing it once won't make me addicted. I will just try once and that will be it." And with curiosity, he accepts the drugs. However, when someone does drugs once, the heart of wanting to do it again is greater than before. Doing it twice is not going to affect me. I'll just do it a second time and then I'll stop. But after doing it a second time, the heart of wanting to do it again becomes even greater. What? Just because I did it 3 times? Following this pattern, they do it 3 times, 4 times, and later on they will say, "Forget it," and just throw themselves away altogether. People who believe in themselves fall into the drugs little by little and ultimately become drug addicts for the rest of their lives. They eventually end up living in pain and misery. People who believe in themselves do not use discretion. They just think that nothing is a big deal. They consider everything to be insignificant, and if there's a problem, they think, "I'll just take care of it then." This is what they think. Most people with that heart wind up in prison or addicted to drugs.